far from the Mississippi, and Hillsboro, south of here, just off I-55, not far from Litchfield. Anybody that's driven from Peoria to St. Louis knows the Litchfield stop. Eats in the bathroom break. There they are, the orange and black of Hillsboro and the blue girls of Carthage. Hillsboro making their first trip here to state in program history. Carthage, unbelievable tradition. 8 state trophies since '87. Incredible. Let's go over to Jeff Fritzen, our PA announcer, and get things going.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our soloist sings our national anthem, we ask you to honor the men and women of the United States Armed Forces serving throughout the world with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now please stand and join our guest soloist, David Giffen, a student at Charleston High School, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for this semifinal game of the Class A Girls State Basketball Tournament. First, for the Blue Girls of Carthage, a junior, number 2, Caitlin Weir. For the Hilltoppers of Hillsboro, a junior, number 14, Lauren Daniels. For Carthage, a junior, number 15, Mackenzie Long. For Hillsboro, a junior, number 24, Sarah Puckett. For Carthage, a junior, number 24, Jessica Rankin. For Hillsboro, a junior, number 30, Stacy Leipscher. For Carthage, a junior, number 25, Brianne Guyman. For Hillsboro, a junior, number 32, Hope Schulte. For Carthage, a senior, number 32, Rochelle Boston. And for Hillsboro, a junior, number 44, Maria Pretner. Carthage brings a 26-7 record into the game. They're coached by Zach Keene. Hillsboro brings a 29-4 record into the game. The Hilltoppers are coached by Brett Teakin. Your officials for this game, from Chicago, Tatsi Surasevich. From Polo, Larry Reep. And from Freeport, Tom Moyer.
And Rochelle Boston for Hillsboro is Daniels, Puckett, Hope Schulte averaging 16.5 a game, Leipscher, and Pretner. Our officials, Conchi Sirasevich, Thomas Moyer, and Larry Reep. They called the last game last night. They're back to work here this morning as we tip off, and we are underway in our first semifinal Class A Girls State Championship game. Hope Schulte brings it across for the toppers, Carthage, in their man-to-man. Hill toppers 29-4, Carthage 26-7 coming in today. Try to go inside to Maria Pretner, but the Carthage defense takes it away.
Look for Hillsboro's defense to deny hard the wings, make it hard for Carthage to get the ball down low.
We're on the drive.
Held
Ball, held ball, and it'll be Carthage ball. There you look at Zach Keene. Carthage Blue Girls streaking on 7 of their last 8. But they lost 3 of their last 4 in the regular season. And a foul on the rebound goes against Carthage.
Now Carthage wants to dictate the tempo here. They press, not necessarily looking for a lot of steals, just looking to disrupt the offense for Hillsboro, get them out of their game, doing something a little different than they want to.
Zach Keene, the coach for Carthage, is confident that his team will disrupt this Hillsboro offense. They're not used to playing maybe 32 minutes of being pressed, so we should see. Schulte inside. 29 points, a career high in yesterday's quarterfinal win over Byron. Here's Rochelle Boston answering at the other end.
Starting where she left off yesterday. Great game yesterday. Way to take it to the hole today.
Pretner off the glass. She averages 15 points a game.
She's going to be a big part of their success. They need to get the ball down to her. Hope does a great job, but they need to establish the post early.
Inside to Boston again, off the glass, and a miss that time. Rebound comes out, three-pointer by Brianne Guyman, no good. Offensive board and bucket for Rochelle Boston. She averages 6 boards a game and gets an offensive one that time.
They got 2 offensive rebounds there. They had 19 for the game yesterday, so Hillsboro's going to have to do a good job of boxing them out.
And here's the pressure. Bucket with a little trouble, but they get it across.
Hillsboro has so much movement on their offense. If they're just patient, eventually Carthage will lose somebody.
She almost throws it away. Schulte gets it. Lauren Daniels on the floor. Bank shot. Nothing going there, and Carthage comes away with it. Bumped off the ball and taken away. And here comes Hope Schulte. She won't back off passes this time. The Leadster can't hang on. Nice defense that time by Brianne Guyman to hustle back. So both teams having trouble hanging onto the ball here in the opening moments. There you get a look at the numbers comparison-wise between the Blue Girls and Hillsboro. Zach Keene in his first season as head coach of Carthage, taking over longtime coach Bill Lapp. Carthage loses the ball out of bounds, but they'll maintain possession with 5:06 to go here. We're tied at 4. We played almost 3 minutes. See the Hillsboro crowd at the top of your screen stomping their feet into it early this morning, and a foul away from the ball goes against the Blue Girls.
Foul on 32, Rochelle Boston.
Rochelle Boston. That's her first 4:58 to play in the first quarter, and we are tied in our first semifinal. Back after these local messages.
I'm an official because I can be part of the game, not just a spectator. I'm involved.
I'm a mentor to the kids so they learn the game
and respect the game. I've enhanced my leadership skills.
I'm more disciplined.
And I've learned to be fair-minded in tough situations. Officiating isn't easy, and it's certainly not for everyone.
But it could be for you.
Call this number below and find out how you can become a sports official in your community.
Go ahead, make the call.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m., followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
About 3 minutes in and we're all even, and it's all Rochelle Boston for Carthage, and that's nothing new. She scored the first 7 points of the game yesterday.
Yeah, she's a great player, and you know, they have a very well-balanced team. A lot of people can score, so she's a focus for them, but they have a lot of other weapons.
Carthage with the full court pressure. We saw that from Flanagan last night. A couple of full court, 32-minute pressure teams. Hillsboro handling it okay so far, but this is a marathon, not a sprint, right, when it comes to handling that press.
Especially when you have to play these games back-to-back like this. We'll see how both teams are faring in the fourth quarter.
Quickly ahead, Carthage, and the miss for Jessica Rankin. Zach Keene will go to his bench. Randy Grunwald will come in on the next dead ball. Schulte gives it up to Liebscher. She's 0 for 4 from the floor in yesterday's ball game. Hillsboro looking a little unorganized this trip down. They'll try and get things set up here with a little over 4 minutes to go, tied at 4. The winner go to the nice championship game. Pretner travel.
The key to their offense is a lot of movement. That time they were kind of standing around, not as much cutting. Carthage plays great defense, so you're going to have to keep moving the ball around. Like I said, be patient. Eventually somebody will get open.
Blue girls will give it a try now in the half court. Mackenzie Long, their leading scorer, 15 a game. She cuts to the block, and she's fouled as she cuts through the lane. Brett Teakin, his 5th year as head coach of the Hillsboro Ladies. 81 against Roxana, 34 season low against Collinsville, one of 2 AA teams they lost to this season. Toppers take it away, and Schulte picks up the foul. It'll go against Long. 3 team fouls against Carthage already. Amy Byers checks in for Carthage. She replaces Brianne Guyman. Breezy is what she's known by in Carthage. Brianne is her given name, but gone by Breezy all her life. 4-4 our score here. Carthage doing a good job of getting in front of Schulte as she tries to drive to the bucket, something that Byron didn't do as well yesterday. And now a whistle after Carthage gets the rebound will go against Sarah Puckett.
And Schulte exerted so much energy yesterday, had a great game. She's having to exert a lot of energy now, bringing the ball up and breaking the press. Have to see how much of a toll that takes on her in the second half.
You got to look at the Carthage tradition, and it's very impressive. Just as impressive in football for the boys. That foul was on Liebscher rather than Puckett. Both teams stuck on a number here, 4-4. They've been that way for at least a couple of minutes in this ball game. And a turnover. Nobody got a hand on it, but Schulte was right there, and Byers felt the pressure.
And Carthage having the same problem that Hillsboro had. Not a lot of movement there. Having trouble passing the ball around when everybody's just standing there and the defense is right in front of you.
Deadlocked at 4 here. Defense ruling the day. Puckett from outside, rolls in the 3, her 58th 3 of the year.
Schulte doing a nice job penetrating into the gap and then dishing to the open person.
Weir the drive, and she had it blocked. Schulte gives ahead. Daniels. Now Pretner. And Zach Keene calls timeout. So a 3 and a transition bucket at Hillsboro off the Schneid after both teams were stuck on 4 for quite a while. They jump out to the 9-4 lead.
And Carthage, if you're going to pressure, you got to make sure that you find people in transition. That time they did not. Great passing by Hillsboro. They had 2 people underneath the basket. Pretner finishes off. Both teams looking to push the ball, looking up the floor. When you do that, defense has to make sure they find somebody, try to stop the ball, not give the other team an easy layup.
3 points off turnovers, and you would expect Carthage to be making hay off the turnovers. We talked about Hillsboro. They made it to the IHSA state championship game in 7th grade and lost to Two Topless. Made it back in 8th grade and beat Two Topless. And when you talk to their coaches, Dennis Lloyd was their coach in 8th grade, and we talked about them playing in those big games. He said they've been under pressure and played in big games since they were 12 years old, which seems unbelievable, but they have, and they kind of thrive on it.
And each and every time, you get more confident. You know how to handle those situations better. Get to the big stage here. This is what you've been playing for your whole career, and you look to draw from those experiences.
Schulte got a hand on it, but Carthage gets it back. They go inside. Raylene Boston with the miss. Twin sister of Rochelle. Penetration to the kick out. That 3 off the mark that time for Sarah Puckett. Made her first one. And it'll be Carthage ball. Minute 35 to go here in the first. Zach Keene pacing the sidelines like an expectant father, because he is one. His wife, Andrea, her due date is March 24th, but they went to the doctor recently and they could have that baby anytime.
Anytime after this weekend.
Well, he joked with us last night, said he wouldn't mind having the baby here at Redbird Arena. I'm not sure if his wife agrees with that. Here's a look at how these teams got here. Hillsboro, we mentioned in the open, a 20-point second quarter lead. Byron came back and made a valiant effort, but couldn't get past them. Of course, Carthage advanced. Spring Valley Hall knocked off by Flanagan last night, and number 1 Oakville advances to the semifinals in the trophy round. Pressure that time. Puckett couldn't handle it, and it'll be Carthage ball. Great defense that time, and there's that pressure rearing its ugly head. Ugly if you're Hillsboro, and it's a beautiful thing if you're Carthage.
Yeah, that's what they're looking to do. They're just waiting for the moment that they can trap, they can go for a steal.
Inside, Raylene Boston that time. Gets it inside again, but can't finish. A minute left here in the first. Carthage stuck on a number of 4. Been there for quite a while. Maria Pretton, nice move, and off the glass, uses the glass nicely. She's got 6 of the first 11 for Hillsboro, rather. And the Blue Girls turn it over.
And that's the movement they need. Pass the ball around. Schulte and Pretner work so well together, looking for each other. They do a great job of passing it back to the top of the key, then looking down low, and a great move and finish by Pretner.
Schulte breaks the press by herself that time. 30 seconds to go now. Schulte with just 2 points and a 5-second count. She hung on to it too long. Was that the call, 5 seconds?
I think it was.
So that strategy worked in getting it across the 10-second line, but backfired on her in the half court. Carthage in need of a bucket, and they throw it away, and they have self-destructed here in the first quarter. 2 for 11 from the field and 5 turnovers now.
Yeah, they're coming unraveled a little here. Hillsboro defense really getting to them. They just need to settle down, take control of the ball, take it with confidence, make good cuts, come off screens hard, give themselves a little room so the passing lanes are open.
Mackenzie Carroll, number 45 into the ball game, freshman for the final 13 seconds of the first quarter. Hillsboro on a 7-0 run. And a double dribble. So Hillsboro turns it over.
And 2 times now, turnovers without even a pass. So you can see where they're much more successful getting movement, passing the ball around.
Caitlin Weir checks back in, so a quick trip in and out for Carroll. Breezy Guyman back in. Zach Keene trying to get his offense jump-started here. I don't know if Long knows how much time's left. He got it off just in time. It would have counted had it gone. So that's our score, 11-4. Hillsboro, a 7-0 run to end the first, and they lead it here. Back with the second quarter after this on the IHSA TV network. Lee Hall, Andrea Kenny, Jim Albrecht back at Redbird Arena. Hillsboro out to an 11-4 lead. Our first quarter stats brought to us by Menards. Say big money at Menards. 2 for 12 for the Blue Girls. That pretty much says it all.
Yeah, they're shooting 17% right now, 40% during the year, so they're well below their average. They also have 5 turnovers. Yesterday, Coach said they're looking to keep it to 10 to 12, and right now they're on pace for a little more than that.
Puckett from the corner. And a good job by Mackenzie Long on the rebound. She averages 6.5 assists per game. She's been in the Carthage lineup since she was a freshman. The junior rattles in the 3. She's 43% behind the arc, and that's her first bucket of the game.
And she's their leader. That's what she needs to do. She saw an opening. That was a great 3-point shot for her. Knock it down. Hopefully she can get her team going.
First team IBCA All-State last night. Those teams announced here at Redbird Arena during the evening session. The Toppers try to go inside. Good defense by Long. The Toppers get it back. 3-pointer way off by Lauren Daniel. And the bucket on the rebound, and it will be Stacy Liebscher going to the line for the 3-point play.
I'm not sure that was a 3-point shot. I think that was a pass. That was a design play right there. Right to her, wide open. Just like the coach drew it up.
You're going to give her an assist on that. Pretner, the offensive board on the missed free throw. Gets it back. Weir got a hand on it. And it'll be Hillsboro ball. Boy, what a battle on the boards that time after the missed free throw.
Pretner doing a good job following her shot there. Going up strong, little contact coming down, but no whistle.
So Stacy Liebscher gets off to Schneid. She didn't hit a shot from the floor yesterday. Made that one. Carthage crowd looking for a travel call there. Schulte bounces it no good. Rebound. Loose. Who wants it? Hillsboro ball, they say. Mallory Zimmerman, 5'6" senior, into the ball game, replacing Lauren Daniels. Pretner inside through the double team, but she traveled.
Good defense there by Carthage. 2 people right on her when she got the ball. Really didn't have anywhere to go. Tried to force it.
Country Insurance 3-point showdown coming up after this game. 3-point attempt up and good for Brianne Guyman, number 72 on the year. She is tops in the Elite 8 as far as number of threes made. Having quite a year, 13-10 now. Zimmerman with the miss. Not bashful, off the bench and puts up the 3. Inside, Boston, off the glass and no. Boy, neither one of the twins having any luck. The last 3 shot attempts have missed for the Boston Twins. Jump ball, good job that time. And the Blue Girls maintain possession.
And that was a nice move. They need to keep getting her the ball. She'll finish those.
Rankin. Jessica Rankin averaging 5 points a game. And it's back to a 1-point ball game. Schulte traveled. She wanted a foul. That's the pressure, a little physical that time.
That's exactly what Carthage is looking for. Hope trying to bring it up herself. Carthage defenders waiting for her.
Inside, Rochelle Boston. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. We saw that against Byron yesterday. Hillsboro, you can get the pass inside, but trying to score from in there is tough business. Schulte for 3. Her second, check that, that's her first 3 of the afternoon.
She's got such great form. Perfect rotation on the ball.
Boston. Double team and blocked from behind. Pretner with the block, and we've got a timeout. 4:45 left in the first half. It's Hillsboro with a 4-point lead back after these local messages.
It's semifinal day at Redbird Arena. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jamal Brecht along with Dick Keene. And Dick, of course, is the father of Zach Keene, who coaches Carthage. First of all, what kind of player was he? Because he played for you at Astoria.
He played for 4 years for me, and he was a coach on the floor at all times for me. He knew what I wanted to do, and that's why he's such a good coach. He could think and see the whole floor. So,
any advice for him last night after they got into the semifinals?
Well, we came down to the game, watched the second game, went over the tape, and what they were talking about doing, what they're doing. They're double teaming 32, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So hopefully they'll come away with a victory. First quarter was pretty slow for us. So.
Well, let's get back.
Okay.
Back to you, Lee.
All right, Jim, former Astoria Pirate Zach Keene leading the Blue Girls down here this year, and he gives a lot of credit to Bill Lapp, the former coach who left to become a principal. He says Bill brought the girls along. We just finished the job for him. Bill Lapp, longtime girls coach at Carthage and assistant football coach. Pretner can't get the roll and missed the follow-up. She's still busy on it. And Carthage comes away with it. And another turnover. They just can't seem to get in sync.
Both teams a little helter-skelter right now. Hillsboro came out of that timeout, playing aggressive defense. Pretner's working hard, doing what she can, having a little trouble finishing off her shots, playing great defense though.
Points in the paint brought to us by H&R Block in your corner. Toppers get it inside and get the whistle on Carthage. That's 2 on Rochelle Boston.
Pretner taking it all the way. Nice move to bring it back to the inside, get the foul. That's a luxury that Hillsboro has. Schulte's not quite finding her shot. Pretner comes in and works the ball down low. Really a workhorse. I've seen her play several times now and just never stops working. Her shot's not falling, but she's going for the offensive rebound. She'll dive on the floor for you.
That's what you would expect from a co-captain. She's a junior, but that experience plays like a senior. She gives the Lady Toppers a 6-point lead here with 3:42 to go in the second quarter. Carthage trying to get something going offensively. Baseline jumper for Rankin is no good, and Pretner the rebound. She averages over 8 a game. And almost a travel that time by Lauren Daniels. Liebscher puts it on the floor. Tough angle that time. And here come the Blue Girls, down 6. Roll it away. 8th turnover for the Blue Girls.
Each team with 8 now. They forced 8, which is what they want, but I'm sure coach is not too happy with 8 turnovers of their own right now.
Carthage shooting just 25%, so even when they hang on to it, they're not converting. Schulte with the miss that time. 3 minutes to go here, first half. The winner goes to the state championship game. Breezy Guyman the miss. Down the floor to Daniels. She almost loses it. Has to go to the floor to hang on. Guyman lucky she didn't get called for a foul there.
Both teams looking a little tired right now, a little ragged.
Nice pass down low to Schulte, and she'll go to the line. We've got the three-point showdown coming up after this, brought to us by Country Insurance, followed by Flanagan and number 1 Oakville. Third place game, 6:30, followed by the Class A Girls State Championship game. Hope Schulte goes to the line, volleyball and soccer player. First team IHSA All-Stater in basketball. She makes the first. Bretner in there and bounces it off the Carthage player, and Hillsboro will keep the ball.
Those are the kind of plays you need. You're struggling a little when you do have the ball.
7-point lead's the biggest of the game for the Lady Toppers. Bretner puts it on the floor and kicks. This is Jenna Young. And now they work it back out top and reload. They work it inside. Bretner can't hang on. Good double team that time, but Hillsboro gets it back. Puckett gives chase. Boy. And defense that time by Boston. That was Raylene Boston. She runs the floor, ran out of real estate, tried to go left side and misses. She's 0 for 3 now. She's had a tough start. That's Puckett with the air ball. And she hears it from the Blue Girls crowd. And a foul on Lauren Daniels. Raylene Boston will go to the line, and she's a 73% free thrower. 9th appearance for Carthage. Number 12 in the final AP poll, and just one senior starter. That's Rochelle Boston. Her sister Raylene hits the first free throw.
Both of these teams are so young. Hillsboro with 5 juniors. They don't play like that. They have a lot of experience. Got some great players. And they're certainly not going to use that as an excuse.
Raylene Boston missed her sophomore year, knee surgery. She makes 1 of 2 at the line, makes it a 6-point game with 1:18 to go in the second. Hillsboro will bring home their first ever girls state basketball trophy. Carthage will bring home their 8th since 1987. Liebscher the miss, Bretner there on the offensive glass. She had 20 points, 20 rebounds in the super sectional win against Rochester. She makes it an 8-point game. We're under a minute to go. Weir in the lane, air ball.
Tough shot there. Spinning in the lane, didn't have a good look at the basket, just kind of threw it up there. Carthage offense just a little out of sorts right now.
And you'll hear a lot of coaches say, slow it down, and it seems like Carthage is out of sync and trying to rush a little too much from what we've seen here.
Yeah, they need to be a little more patient, get some open looks. When they've gotten some spot-up shots, they've knocked them down. Just need to work a little harder to get those shots open.
And they need to convert those shots inside. They've missed a lot of inside shots as well. 24 seconds to go now. 21-13 Hillsboro. Schulte fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Better ball movement there. When you do that, you have a better opportunity to take it inside, get the defense out of position a little. See, they swing it around to the left. Schulte with a little fake.
I hope this is 2 in a row at the free throw line. That's unusual, 73%. She worked as a waitress last summer back home in Hillsboro. And she and Maria are hoping to be lifeguards this summer. Spend the summer in the sun. Bretner there to back her up. So Bretner throws her a lifeline, if you will, and saves her with the rebound. She's got 12, and it's a 10-point game. 8 seconds to go. Mackenzie Long misfires. Loose ball. They roll around. It's a jump ball, but the buzzer sounds. And it's a 10-point halftime lead for Hillsboro going to the locker room. Carthage just 21% from the floor.
You know, it's been a little bit of a struggle for both teams. For Carthage, when that happens, you got to get every loose ball, every rebound, crash the boards, do anything you can to try to get some points.
Brett Teakin takes a 10-point lead into the locker room. He's with Jim Albrecht.
Well, the fans nearby are yelling TTT, and that means Mr. Teakin, of course. Now, let's talk about the first quarter. They got off to a very slow start, but when in doubt, go to Maria Pretner, apparently.
Yeah, she's a horse down low, and both teams got off to a slow start for a little while, and then we got it down to Maria, and she knocked some shots down for us underneath.
What do you want to do in the second half now that you've seen Carthage? They're a little out of sync. You want to keep them out of sync, obviously.
We want to keep playing hard defensively, make everything tough on them, and handle their press a little bit better.
I know you got a lot to talk about. We'll see you after the half.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go back to Lee Hall.
All right, Jim. Brett Teakin critiquing his team's efforts, but he has to like the way the scoreboard reads. Maria Pretner leading the way with 12 of Hillsboro's 23 as they lead it here at the half. We'll be back at Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network.
Welcome back to the campus of ISU. Inside, of course, things are heating up in our first semifinal game. We will decide a champion tonight in Class A girls basketball. I am Jim Albrecht, and welcome back to the Redbird Arena. With me, a couple of ladies who know about the lady that we are honoring this week, and that would be Ola Bundy, who recently passed on, the First Lady of Illinois Sports. Beth Sauser is to my right. She is the IHSA Assistant Executive Director, and to my left, of course, our colleague in the booth, Ann Penstone, and a member of the Illinois Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame. And Beth, I'll start with you. Of course, when Ola came into the organization, well, there wasn't any sports really at all in 1967.
Not for females. Females were not able to compete in state tournaments until 1972 at the earliest. So Ola is the one that set up this great tournament.
So how did she start going about this? I mean, some people weren't convinced, okay? I mean, we didn't have girls basketball tournaments till 1980.
I used to tell Ola, I'm so mad at you. And she said, Ann, why are you mad at me? And I said, because you didn't let me play in high school. And of course, what I didn't understand is that Ola was actually the one fighting to make sure that girls could play. And every girl here owes Ola a huge debt of gratitude because this tournament is a result of her hard work.
And Beth, you've seen what has happened to girls' sports all across the board, not just basketball. What does it do for a person's confidence?
Oh, it's incredible. I would not be the person I am today had not been for sports. This tournament is in its 30th year and 27th year for each the Class A and AA, and it's an incredible experience these girls would never forget.
And of course, your coach had a lot to do with that. The lady to my left, how hard of a coach was she to play for? Probably easy, right?
No, she was tough. She made us run a lot.
Let's talk about how Ola was honored recently, because, you know, it's always nice to honor people when they can take it all in and the emotions are all there. And she got her just due. That's why we're talking about her today.
Absolutely. Back in 1996 when Ola retired, on the same day she retired, she was inducted to the National Federation Hall of Fame, which is a fitting tribute to her. We are also running a grassroots effort to try to create an Ola Bundy Memorial Scholarship. And our goal is to gain $20,000 for that scholarship that we hope to have totally in place by the AA tournament next week and prior to the memorial service that will be held here in Bloomington at Bloomington High School from 1 to 3 p.m. next Sunday. Our goal is to get that on the IHSA website. We'll be linked to the site, and you'll see this here on the screen at some point today. We hope that you will think about making a donation. There are at least 5 times 20,000 kids. If everybody gave $1, we'd meet our goal.
I bet you going back to the 60s, some of the arguments against girls playing in sports seem rather and sound rather archaic today. I mean, why? Was it the old women's places in the whatever, the cheerleading room?
Oh, I think part of it was that, and the other part was there were really some fears that the girls could be hurt. And, you know, you had these play days where Beth and I, if we were from the same school, you could only have 2 from the same school, that kind of thing. Obviously, all the physiology has been dispelled, so that's not an issue.
And I'm sure Ola's watching. She's probably got the Dish Network or whatever she's got up there and enjoying what it is that she fought so hard to do, and she had to fight.
Absolutely, and we try to stress to the competitors here at the banquet, we have stickers, floor decals, so when they enter and exit the floor, Ola's there. This is Ola's floor, Ola's house.
So when girls are winning and learning and playing together on the court and anywhere else in girls sports, they need to thank Ola Bundy, which we're doing this weekend. We've got more semifinal action coming up from Redbird Arena. Don't forget, we're crowning a champion tonight. I'm Jim Albrecht. I want to thank Ann, of course, and Beth, and we're back after these local messages.
Ten-point game here at the half in our first Class A girls semifinal. Hillsboro leading Carthage 23-13. And Andrea, when you look at the stats, Carthage not taking care of the ball maybe as well as they normally do, and when they do get shots, they're not hitting them.
No, they're having trouble scoring right now. They're forcing turnovers, but they're committing too many of their own. They need to get Long some more shots. She's only got 3 points, 4 shots. She's their leading scorer. So they really need to maybe try to set some picks to get her coming off the picks, or they need to penetrate, kick it back out to her, but she needs to get some more shots for them to be successful.
Our halftime stats brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards. 5 of 24 for Carthage. It's a little better for Hillsboro, 37%. Turnovers about even, but it seems like they've hurt Carthage more. They've thrown the ball away without kind of unforced errors, if you will. Hillsboro 14 points in the paint. Carthage missing a lot of shots in the paint. Scoring leaders, Rochelle Boston with 4 for Carthage. Hillsboro, Maria Pretner doing a great job with 12 points in the first half. We'll be back at Redbird Arena after these local messages.
Carthage coach Zach Keene, not too keen on the first quarter, but not a lot of screaming in the locker room. What'd you tell them?
We just told the girls to come out and have fun. You know, we started out with 364 teams, and now we're down to 4, and we're just not having fun right now. We know what we got to do. We got to play blue girl basketball. More importantly, we got to have fun and enjoy being here, but step up our game.
Go have some fun, Coach.
Thank you.
We're going back to that fun guy, Lee Hall.
Half highlights, little outside, a lot of inside for Hillsboro.
You know, they've done a good job, though. They penetrated a little, kicked it out, got some open shots.
And that's the only bucket of the first half for Long, and it bounced in from three-point range.
They left her open a little. She saw the opportunity. Shots are coming hard for them, so she decided to pull the trigger. Great ball movement again for Hillsboro. Great pass there down low. Great putback there.
And a 10-point lead for the Lady Toppers as we get ready to start the second half. Back after this on the IHSA TV network. Third-ranked Hillsboro, a 10-point lead over number 12 Carthage as we get set to get underway here in the second half. Pretner, 12 points in that first half. Very good job on the boards. 11 rebounds, my goodness. And a foul inside against Carthage. Boy, I didn't see the rebound. She's got a double-double already. Carthage, 2,800 strong in Hancock County, 269 their enrollment. A fixture in girls Class A basketball and in boys football. Hillsboro making their first trip here from Montgomery County, and a free throw in for Brett Teakin. And Sarah Puckett looking to go 2 for 2, and she does. 69% free thrower. She's got 5 points. And it's a 12-point lead, biggest of the game now for the Lady Toppers.
And considering Carthage only has 13 points, 12 points is huge for them right now.
Weir, short jumper no good, but she follows her shot. Every coach likes to see that. Guyman for 3, it's good. Greasy Guyman, 11 points a game.
That's what they need to do. Get back to what brought them here. They're a good three-point shooting team. Got a lot of kids that can shoot the 3. That'll help them get back in the game quickly.
And they get the turnover this time. Long with it. Up and over Pretner, but short. Gets her own rebound. Schulte chasing it down in the corner and throws it right to Long. At 3 three off the mark for Weir, and Hillsboro comes away with it. So several looks for Carthage, but they don't convert that trip. Trail it by 9. Both of these teams playing tough schedules. Hillsboro faced 4 teams in the final Class A poll and 6 AA teams on the season. As Puckett misfires from 3-point range. Pretner there, another rebound, but can't score, and a jump ball. Hillsboro a tough schedule. Carthage, 5 ranked teams on their schedule this year, and they played 6 AA teams, 2 of them ranked.
And that's going to help you when you get here. You're seeing teams that play great competition all the time, quicker, gives you a different look. You're not playing the same single A teams all the time. And you hope as a coach that when you get down here that experience helps you out.
Carthage a little more patient this trip. Boston. Bad shot, but she was fouled. Raylene Boston will go to the line. Pretner with her first foul of the game.
Good job there, going up strong. Pretner's a tough defender. You're going to take it inside. You better go up strong, expect to get bumped, not expect to get the call.
Raylene Boston, a 6-foot senior, makes the first free throw. She was the team manager as a freshman. Here she is playing at the state tournament as a senior. 1 for 2 at the line, but the follow by Long is no good. Gets it back. Loose ball. Who wants it? Pretner on the floor. And a jump ball. Boy. The hustle on both sides.
Both teams know what's at stake here. You know, you don't go to bed dreaming about playing for the 3rd and 4th place game. They want to be in the championship game.
Here's Schulte in transition. Raylene Boston gets a hand on it. Good defense that time. And I said that earlier in the game. They've done a better job than we saw Byron do yesterday, I think, against Hope Schulte. Hope was able to penetrate and get to the basket, and they've cut her lanes off.
Right, great hands there, hustling back on defense, not conceding the breakaway layup.
Here's Hope posting up, nothing doing there. Weir the defense that time. Bucket for 3, bounces no good. Hope Schulte the rebound. And now Puckett loses it, has to go down on one knee to keep it. Girls have been playing together since 4th grade. First tournament together, a Gus Macker tournament. They played against the boys and won the Toilet Bowl, the last place game. And Pretner scores inside. I'm a veteran of Toilet Bowl championships, by the way. Nothing wrong with that. And Carthage turns it over. Pretner got her hand in there and forced a turnover.
Scoring on one end, coming down, deflecting the ball on the other end. She's showing a lot of heart right now.
Ten-point ball game, 5 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. First semifinal up next. Flanagan, unranked, up against Oakville. Lady Falcons getting hot down the stretch.
See if Carthage can convert here. They're getting their share of steals. They really need to take advantage of that. Get a good shot here. Crash the boards.
Long does, and she'll go to the line, rewarded for her efforts on the glass. Rankin missed the shot, but Mackenzie Long was there to follow.
And at this point, they're shooting 20%. Every time the ball goes up, no matter where it's from, they have to assume it's not going in and try to find an offensive rebound.
In 8th grade, Mackenzie Long scored 40 of her team's 51 points in the IHSA title game.
That's unbelievable.
Wow. They lost that game by 1 to Springfield St. Agnes. But what a performance. She has struggled here, though. 2 of 8 in yesterday's game. Just 1 of 6 here today, and misses both free throws. The good news for Carthage is they get back. Rankin with the rebound. Here's Long, had it slapped away. Daniels got a hand on it. Here's Boston, and she scores. Raylene Boston picks up the loose ball and The cleanup in aisle 3, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play.
Long takes it in, misses the shot. There's Boston. Great hands there to pick it up and get the ball up and in quick before the defense has a chance to get it.
Nice roll on the free throw, a three-point play, and Carthage gets it back to within 7. 4:18 to play in the third, back at Redbird Arena after these local messages.
Hillsboro up by 7 over Carthage, and a couple of Hillsboro fans who are very happy about that are Roger and Peggy Whitehouse, because their nephew Sarah Puckett is out there now. Did she get that three-point shooting style from you, sir?
I wish she did, but she's been working on it from the time she was in the 5th grade.
And what about you? Any good luck charms for your niece?
No, I'm just so proud of her. I love her so much, and I'm so proud of her.
All right, enjoy, folks. Good luck.
The girls.
Back to you, Lee.
All right, Jim, great turnout for both towns here today. Stacy Liebscher will go to the line. She's a 58% free thrower, plays volleyball and soccer at Hillsboro, along with being on the basketball team. She had a breakout game against Pena. Pena took away Hope Schulte, took away Maria Pretner. Stacy Liebscher stepped up, scored 18 points, was 9 of 14 from the floor. Misses the free throw, but gets it back. Schulte for 3. It's good!
Three-point basket,
Hope Schulte's first bucket of the second half. And it's back to a 10-point game.
Not too many open looks for her today. That was an open look, and she buried it.
There's a 3 for Breezy Guyman off the mark, and Carthage really struggling from the floor. 22% from the field. You're just not going to win shooting that kind of a percentage. The Hillsboro defense has been relentless. Maria Pretner tries to step in. A lot of blue jerseys in there, and Liebscher is there to pick it up and put it in.
Kind of looked around before she realized how open she was underneath.
And Hillsboro comes out of there with it, and it'll be a foul on Breezy Guyman. Tough time of it for Carthage.
There's Pretner. Takes it, Schulte. Game's getting a little physical here. Carthage realizing they have a large deficit and not a lot of time.
(32-20). That matches the biggest lead of the game for Hillsboro. Pretner, air ball. Liebscher got a hand on it, but it will be Carthage ball. Caitlin Weir to check back in for the Blue Girls, and just not much going on here. Mackenzie Long, 15 points a game. She's only scored 3 here. Breezy Guyman with 6 to lead the way for the Blue Girls. Long puts it on the floor and takes it to the bucket, and she's fouled.
She did a good job there. Passing on, they got the ball back to her, a little fake. Does a good job of taking it to the basket. Movement is key. They're really struggling.
Gronwald gets her own rebound, and here's the baseline lefty from Jessica Rankin. She averages 5 points a game. That's her second bucket of the afternoon.
Nice spot up shot again. Wide open, buried it, and that's what they need to get back in it.
Hope Schulte in the lane has it roll out. But Liebscher is there on the rebound, and the foul will go against Mackenzie Long. That's 3 on Mackenzie Long.
Carthage needs to make sure every time Hillsboro takes a shot, they are boxing out there, not giving them second and third opportunities. They can't afford that right now. They need to get the ball back on every miss and look to score.
Pretner, triple team. Now it's a three from Mallory Zimmerman. Her 19th three of the year. And that's the biggest lead of the game, 35-22. 13-point lead for the Lady Toppers. Ronwald can't answer. Jessica Rankin got hit in the mouth on the rebound. She's still on the floor.
Let's take a look at what happened. Goes down and hard to see there exactly what happened.
There's two players going for the ball. It was inadvertent. Zach Keene and the Carthage trainer out to take a look.
Definitely
and this is
shaken up.
Yeah, this is just week one of March Madness. I know it's still February, but come on, it's March Madness, all right? Next week, the AA girls invade Redbird Arena, and then we head down I-74 to Peoria for Class A boys basketball, and that's followed by AA boys action here on the IHSA TV network.
Just a great time of year right now with all the starting off with the high school basketball into college, into baseball. My favorite time.
We will be there with you all month. Jessica Rankin comes out. And the officials talk it over. Hillsboro fans say that it should be their ball. And I think they have it right. They were bringing the ball up the floor when...
they got it right.
There you go. What are they griping about then? I have a friend I play golf with, whining or winning. You can't do both. They weren't whining. They were just into this game and didn't want to see the ball taken away from them, and the officials got it right, as they almost always do. At least that's what they tell me.
Yeah. Schulte with a nice drive there, didn't get it to fall. Unlike yesterday where everything she threw up seemed to go in, but Carthage did a good job there getting the rebound, limiting them to one chance.
And 5 Lady Toppers have scored. Maria Pretner leading the way with 14, so Hope's getting plenty of help. Boston double dribble. Rochelle Boston unable to get on track. She scored the first 4 points of the game and hasn't scored since for the Blue Girls rather.
And they're just a little impatient right now. They have good spacing, but by the third or fourth touch, somebody's looking to score.
And the Carthage press has not been a huge problem for the Lady Toppers. 10 turnovers. They're winning the turnover battle. 13 turnovers for Carthage. And a foul on the perimeter goes against Breezy Guyman. That's her second. You talk about expectations, and we talked about Brett Teakin's team and playing big games since they were in 6th grade. Zach Keene, the first day of practice and every day since, has written on the board the number 165.85. And that is the exact mileage from Carthage to Redbird Arena. So both teams, expectations very high as the season began. That foul goes against Caitlin Weir. And she gave the official the look I get from my 16-year-old daughter. She rolled her eyes.
Teenagers don't do that, do they?
No. Under a minute to go now in the third. Hillsboro commanding 13-point lead on Carthage. And a tie-up, a very quick tie-up. Amy Byers reached in, and it'll be Blue Girls ball. A little quick for Hope Schulte's tastes.
Here she is. Dribble, turns, defender right there that she didn't see, threw her off a little, and a quick whistle.
That's what Hope Schulte will tell you. Jenna Young into the ball game for Hillsboro as they look to defend a 13-point lead with 40 seconds to play in the third. Rochelle Boston trying to post up against Pretner inside. not having much luck. Weir drives, fouled by Pretner. She'll go to the line. Maria Pretner with her second foul.
That's a good job. You know, they have good three-point shooters. They're certainly not out of this game, and they can score quickly. Taking it inside, if they can go to the basket, get a shot out there. If not, turn it to kick it back out.
Caitlin Weir, a 73% free thrower. She misses the first, had double-figure games in her last 3 outings. 11 against Walter Lutheran, 13 against Piasaw in the Super, 15 against West Central in the sectional final, but she's been shut out here this afternoon. She gets in the scorebook with the second free thrower, and it's a 12-point game. Again, the Lady Toppers break the pressure, but Weir comes up with the steal, and she's fouled. And she will go to the line as both teams are now in the bonus.
They're having a hard time getting shots, so free throws are going to be important to Carthage. Right now, they're 4 for 9 from the free throw line. They have to convert when they're there. These are one of the shots that are not being contested. Easy shots here, and they got to make sure they convert these.
And they're pretty good free throwers. Long is 79%, Breezy Guyman 77, Rochelle Boston 70%, Caitlin 73%, and Raylene Boston is 73%. So
they're close to 70% as a team, just struggling a little today.
Can't get that one. So it goes as 0 for 1 in the book, but she missed the front end of a 1-and-1. So that's 2 potential points Carthage could have had there to make it a 10-point game. Hillsboro showing no signs of struggling with that pressure here late in the game. 5 seconds to go. Tapped away. At the buzzer, Pretner's shot is no good. And it's a 12-point Hillsboro lead with 8 minutes to play. Back with the finish here on the IHSA TV network. And we are back at Redbird Arena. Lee Hall, Andrea Kenny, Jim Albrecht, the whole Hee-Haw gang. Hillsboro up 35-23 with 8 minutes to play. And take a look at our third quarter stats brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards. It's not real pretty for either team, is it?
It really isn't. And Carthage is struggling. You know, we talked about their free throws, 4 for 10. That's a place that, you know, they really need to step it up when they get those free throws and hit them. But no, neither team shooting very well right now. 37% for Hillsboro seems pretty good.
And that's a credit to both teams' defense, and a foul will go against Breezy Guyman, and it will send Hope Schulte to the line. That is 3 on Guyman. Both teams in the bonus. This foul was on the shot, so Schulte will shoot 2. She's a straight A student, and her coach, Brett Teakin, is her social studies teacher. We know she's getting good grades here on the floor, but she's kicking it in the classroom as well. 37-23 now. Guyman's 3 is off the mark. Good hustle by Long, but it will be Hillsboro ball.
Carthage is going to have to step up their pressure a little. Usually they aren't necessarily looking for steals.
Here's Pretner. Has it tapped away by Caitlin Weir. It looked like Maria Pretner was going to get an easy layup there in transition, but good hustle by Weir to get back.
Pretner not afraid to take it coast to coast, dribble it down. Little pressure there, loses the ball underneath.
Here she is underneath, blocked and fouled by Rochelle Boston. So Maria Pretner will go to the line.
And she's really been the difference in the game right now. She's got 13 rebounds, 14 points, 2 for 2 for free throws.
We mentioned She is a microcosm of that 7th and 8th grade basketball team. They lost Teutopolis in 7th grade, beat them in 8th grade. She finished 2nd in the shot to a girl from Teutopolis in 7th grade and won it in 8th grade. So she got it turned around, and so did her team. And they lead it here now by 16, biggest lead of the game for Hillsboro. Boston inside can't convert, and that is the bad news for Carthage, because Hillsboro has been a late game team against Rochester in the Super. They outscored them 18-4 in the 4th. They were down 1 to Pana in the 4th and controlled the last 4.5 minutes. They outscored Byron 14-7 in the 4th quarter yesterday. Schulte misses the bank, goes back up, and the bank is open after all. She's got 13 now. And it's an 18-point lead. Rankin, or Gronwald rather, inside. And a foul as Sarah Puckett was on the floor, reached in, and picks up the foul.
The Carthage post players just really not going as strong as they need to right now. Maria Prattner doing a good job on defense, just going straight up. And that's giving Carthage problems. They need to go up stronger, maybe draw some contact, try to get the foul. But right now they're backing away a little and not hitting their shots.
Randy Gronwald, a 5'10 sophomore, 66% free thrower for Zach Keene. She had a good game earlier against Piasaw Southwestern. 11 points, 8 boards in the super sectional off the bench. She makes them both, and it's a 16-point Hillsboro lead, and Puckett travel. There have been moments where Hillsboro struggled with the pressure, but too few as far as Carthage is concerned.
Yeah, both teams with 13 turnovers now.
Driving kick, it's Gronwald, and Pretner with another rebound. 14 rebounds for Maria Pretner. We mentioned she had 20 in the super sectional win over Rochester. She works hard on the glass. Three-pointer, in and out for Sarah Puckett. Loose ball. Liebscher, no good. Schulte the rebound. Weir got a hand on it. So did Gronwald. It was off Gronwald's hand, hit the bottom of the basket, and it will be Hillsboro ball. Up next, it's Flanagan taking on Oakville. Oakville ranked 4th in the last AP poll. Flanagan unranked. They've done an outstanding job to make a run here to state. And a wide open layup, real layup for Sarah Puckett. Nobody got in her way on that one. She's got 7. Zach Keene wants timeout with 5:39 to play, trailing by 18. Back after these local messages.
We do. We're very young, but yeah, we still have some experience. You know, Mackenzie Long comes back. She was a starter in 2004 when they were here before. Rochelle Boston saw a lot of playing time here before, and she's our lone starting senior. But we have another senior in Raylene Boston, their twin sister. But we start a lot of young girls. You know, we have Caitlin Weir, who's another young junior guard. Breezy Guyman is a junior, and Jessica Rankin another junior. And then we come off the bench with 1 senior and 3 sophomores. So we're extremely young.
And Team Keene is about to get younger. His wife is due any minute. They're going to have a baby boy here sometime soon. I asked if they picked out a name yet. He said no. My son's name is Connor. I think that'd be a great name, Connor Keene.
Sounds good.
Yeah, well, about time my son had somebody named after him. He's a good guy. 5:20 to play here, 43-25. It looks like Hillsboro is on their way to their first ever state championship game in a season of firsts for the Lady Hilltoppers. First sectional win in program history. Lady Toppers' reward for that was to hit their coach with the big pads they use in inside shooting drills and bang on the players, get them used to physical play, and they got to hammer their coach, which may have backfired on some of the lady toppers who hit the floor when they hit their coach. He's a big guy.
Yeah, 5'2" Brooke Beeler didn't take the brunt of that too well, they said.
And that is the 5th foul on Rochelle Boston. She fouls out with 4 points. 4.7 rebounds for Rochelle Boston. And Maria Pretner goes to the line.
And Carthage has a balanced attack. The problem is nobody's got more than 6 points.
Nobody has more than 2 baskets. You mentioned it in the break. Now they're under 20% from the floor, and that's just not going to get it. Maria Pretner misses the second. She's got 16 points, and it's a 19-point lead for the Lady Hilltoppers. And Mackenzie Long hits the 3. She finally gets off the schneid. She's gone a long time without a bucket. Her second 3 of the game. And we talk about Brett Teakin on that sideline. He was an assistant coach on the 99 boys super sectional team for Hillsboro before he took over the girls' job. And no slouch as a player. Back in '83, the guy in the orange tie over there hit a last-second shot against Tuscola, a 20-footer in the second overtime to send his team to the Elite Eight. Schulke hits a bucket. A little bit shorter than the one her coach made back in '83, but she will go to the line for the 3-point play.
Great move here. We've seen her all weekend split the defense, go up strong, finish it. She's had another great game today.
Perfect free throw shot. She's got 16 points. And it's back to a 19-point Hillsboro lead with 4:08 to play. Back at Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network. Hillsboro large and in charge here with 4:08 to play. 47-28 the lead for the Lady Toppers. 3-point showdown coming up next. Maria Pretner, believe it or not, she's 5'10", and she is the inside player for Hillsboro in the 3-point showdown along with Dana. I'm not even going to try. You saw their names. They know who they are. I'm going to need some help on that one. Mackenzie Long misses the layup. And it's a held ball. It will be Carthage ball.
That's been the story of their day. Got it to the basket, another good move, just could not finish it off. Really just have struggled the entire game.
3:50 left. Nice pass. Raylene Boston had trouble hanging on and fell to the floor, and it will be Hillsboro ball. So the state champs in 8th grade in the IESA will play for an IHSA state championship here tonight. That's quite an accomplishment when you consider that I believe the IHSA has quite a few more member schools.
Yeah, what an accomplishment for them to come this far. Same group of kids, share the success along the way, get a chance to play in the state finals.
Well, Maria Pretner's dad, Alan, coached them in 7th grade when they made it to the state championship game and lost it to Topless, and coached them in the summer between the 7th and 8th grade year, and they played about 60 games, and some of those losses came to select teams. And Maria's father, Alan, says the philosophy became we'll lose some games in the summer so we can win in the winter. And boy, that paid dividends in 8th grade. And fast forward 3 years, and it's paying dividends here today. They're going to go to the state championship game.
That's where teams are made in the summer. You know, there's only so much you can do in the short season. You really got to work on your game, work as a team in the summer, work on some individual stuff, and that's where you're going to get so much better is during that summertime.
And girls, Andrea knows she was an all-state guard at Willowbrook back in the day.
Back in way back in the day.
No, it's not as far back as my day, so. 2:45 left in this one. The winner here. Hillsboro gets the winner of Oakville and Flanagan. That should be a dandy. That's coming up next here on the IHSA TV network. And Brett Teakin goes to his bench, and his starters get a standing O from the Hillsboro crowd. Foul was against Rankin, and Maria Pretner goes to the free throw line. What a game she has had today. In come the reserves for Brett Teakin. Made it to the Elite Eight as a player, and he'll go to the state championship game tonight as the coach of the Lady Toppers. Sean Liddell in there for Hillsboro. Who else is in there? Brooke Beeler, a sophomore. Sean Liddell, a junior. Make sure we get everybody. Blair Cullison is a junior. And free throw time for Carthage. Who else is in there? Katie Homa, number 42, a sophomore. Homa whistled for the foul, and it will be free throw time for Mackenzie Carroll of Carthage. This is her first. Mackenzie is just a freshman. Randy Gronwald back in for the Blue Girls. They will take home their 8th state trophy since '87, champions in '92 and '93, 3 second place finishes, a 3rd in 2004, and 4th back in 1990. Mackenzie Long was a freshman on that 3rd place team 2 years ago. So she's got plenty of experience here at Redbird Arena as well. The Hillsboro ladies turn it over. Alex Guinness into the ball game. She replaces Sean Liddell, so Brett Teakin going to get everybody in there.
It's a good experience for these players just to get on the floor. It's nice to say they play in this game, they're part of the team, they're at practice every day making their team better.
Right.
Coming off the bench, giving the starters a break when they need to, so it's nice that they get out on the floor.
And a lot of us bench warmers watching can relate to their plight in life. And a travel for Blair Cullison. The Lady Hilltoppers playing for a state championship here tonight. Been there, done that, they say. 7th and 8th grade, all these girls played together since 4th grade, and there's a lot to be said for teamwork and camaraderie. These girls are friends on and off the floor, and that togetherness has paid off as they'll play for a state championship. Relentless work on the boards, but it doesn't pay any dividends for Carthage.
I'd like to see Hillsboro get some shots off here. There we go. There's a pass.
Three-pointer a little short that time for Katie Homer. You're a little bit too...
Apparently they're running the same play as
That's right.
Carthage did earlier.
You're very forgiving on those shots that look like passes.
Hey, I was a
or are they passes that look like shots?
I was a three-point shooter and slash passer.
Gotcha. Stephanie Smitty's layup attempt was no good. The Hilltopper crowd on their feet, and they've got quite a contingent here right next to the orange and black of Flanagan. They play next here against Oakville. Carthage comes up with the steal. Pass across to Gronwald. Randy Gronwald with the layup. She's got 4 points in this one. So it's Hillsboro to the state championship game tonight at about 8:15. And Carthage will play for the 3rd place trophy here tonight. Stephanie Smitty with the foul, and it'll be a free throw and a little bit of a gift here for Brooke Beeler, number 10, 5'2" sophomore. think she bounced off Brett Teakin when she tried to whack him with that big pad on the layup drill.
That's what her teammates say. I don't know if she'll tell you the same story.
She makes a free throw and gets in the scorebook. Quickly the other way, it's Carthage with the bucket. Mackenzie Carroll. And an impressive performance. Maybe not when you look at shooting percentages and things like that, but the stat that counts is that 50 on the board. Hillsboro, the 17-point win in pretty dominating fashion here today. Carthage never really able to get into it. You have to credit the Hillsboro defense for that, holding Carthage to just 22% shooting.
You know, and the two big guns for Hillsboro proved to be too much. 16 points for Schulte. Pretner with 19 points and 15 rebounds.
Yeah, Maria Pretner having herself a great tournament, almost a double-double yesterday. 14 points, 9 against Byron. She goes for 19 and 15 today. Jim Albrecht is with the victorious Lady Hilltoppers. Jimmy?
I'm standing by next to Maria Pretner, who has already boxed me out. That's what kind of game she's having and what kind of weekend she's having. Now you're getting ready for the three-point shootout, but you're in the state championship. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I'm very excited to play. I'm thinking we're going to play Oakville just because they're one of the dominating teams here, and I'd like to get another shot at them since we already lost to them.
Were you surprised how you dominated today?
They played pretty good defense. I got a lot of offensive rebounds, you know. That's pretty much where it came from, free throws. So, I mean, not really. I mean, it wasn't really, I didn't do anything spectacular to get them.
Well, if you win the three-point and you win the state championship, I guess that's the some kind of basketball trifecta. Go get them, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right. Brett Teakin is standing by. Have you taken the tie off the last 2 days?
Just a little bit, not too much.
Now, you've been in the Final 8 as a player, but what does it feel like to take a team to the state championship?
It's an unbelievable feeling. It hasn't sunk in yet. I'm still kind of on cloud 9 right now.
So what do you do now? It's a pretty quick turnaround, but you have the advantage of the rest. You played the first game yesterday, first game today. That's got to help a little bit.
Yeah, girls are running on adrenaline so much right now. We'd be happy whichever game we played. We're going back to the hotel now, try to relax and wind down a little bit, and then come back and get ready to play it tonight.
All right, well, put the feet up, and we'll see you tonight for the state championship.
Okay, thank you.
That is the head coach of the Hilltoppers getting ready to climb the mountaintop, not just the hill. Let's go back to Lee Hall.
All right, Jim, thanks a lot. You saw the tilt down to the star on Maria Pretner's hand. She freehand draws that before every game, and she was the star today with 19 points, 15 rebounds for Hillsboro.
And they complement each other so well, Pretner and Schulte. And Schulte yesterday had an unbelievable game. Pretner today really was the difference. Schulte got her points, but Pretner in the first half, you know, just had an unbelievable first half with her points and rebounds.
So it's Hillsboro hoping, as Maria said, for a rematch with Oakville, but Flanagan's going to have plenty to say about that in our second semifinal. And we've got the three-point showdown coming up for you next year on the IHSA TV network. Don't go away. We'll be back at Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network.
And welcome to our version of Beyond the Arc. It's the Country Insurance and Financial Services three-point showdown. They've been doing this since 1993. There are 4 finalists today. 64 young ladies converged on Redbird Arena Thursday night in a shootout. And of course, as we mentioned, Maria Pretner with Hillsboro will be one of the 4. She sank the most threes on Thursday night. Here are the names that we'll be looking at today. Maria Pretner, of course, from Hillsboro. Dana Snedgoki from Carrollton. Jacqueline Lucas from Macomb, an all-conference player there. And Katie Cooper from the Plano Reapers. Now, it works pretty much the way it's always worked. The time element, 45 seconds. The number of basketballs, 15. There will be 3 racks of 5. You go from corner, top of the circle, to corner. If we have a tie at the end of these 4 girls' attempts, then we will go to the corners solely. And of course, Lee Hall, who mastered the three-point shot in his parents' basement many, many years ago, will be joining us. And again, this is the Country Insurance Financial Services 3-point showdown. Now remember, whoever wins Class A then goes up against the girl who wins Class AA next weekend in the Queen of the Hill. And getting things underway is Dana Snetgoki. Dana's got a pretty full house. She's got 3 brothers and sisters. Her mom, Darren and Teresa. Dana Snetgoki from Carrollton shooting right now. And usually these things, Lee, once you get on a roll, man, that's what you're looking for. And now Dana's on a roll. 6 for her already. Make it 7, make it 8. And if she can get 9, she'll be tough. And she's got 9. Not bad. Not bad at all. And now we go to our participant from Macomb, Jacqueline Lucas, a 5'11 junior. She made 10 in the prelim. She was in the tiebreaker. 3 girls had 10, and she made 8 in that tiebreaker. She's an all-conference player from Macomb. First Macomb team, by the way, undefeated in the conference ever. Gwen and Jake, brother and sister. The number to beat is 9, and right now she's going to be hard-pressed to do that. Yeah, she's going to come up shy. Jacqueline Lucas, whose favorite sports figure, Michael Jordan, used to light up a few from three-point land. So Jacqueline will not win the contest. Well, look at that one. That proves there is gravity in Redbird Arena when it goes down like that. So a nice round of applause for Jacqueline Lucas out of Macomb.
Next up, the junior from Plano, Katie Cooper.
Katie Cooper's up next. I love the nickname at Plano, the Reapers. Katie, only a junior. Fires away. 9's the number to beat. Snetgoki's got 9. Look at this. In and out and back in again. And can she get 4 out of the first rack? She can. She hits 3 of these from the top of the circle. She'll be in business. And she is in business. She's got 7. She's got 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. She's got to make all 3 of these to win, 2 to tie, and is it a tie? It is! Oh, man!
Nice point for Katie Cooper.
Katie Cooper and Dana Snetgoki are tied at 9s. It'll be a shoot-off if Maria Pretner, who's got to be tired, she already helped dispense of that great traditional Carthage Blue Girls team. And Maria Pretner, I don't think a lot of people expect her to make too much of a attempt here as far as catching the leaders. She's got to be tired, and it's all about the legs, but she's going to give it a shot here. She's got 10 basketballs left to go. Ooh, that was a tough one. She's got 3. She's got 4. She needs this one badly. She gets it. She needs 4 to tie. She's got a rack left. She's got 6. Look at the stroke. 7. Stroking it again. 8. Oh my goodness, we're tied. Did she win it? She did!
That's the winner from Pretner.
With all of her fans on their feet, Maria Pretner drains the last, I think, 7 shots. That was pretty incredible. Well, I've done this for a few years, Lee Hall. I don't think I've ever seen quite the finish like that.
Well, that's fantastic to do that in front of your fans like that. And after, I mean, it's just her day. 19 points, 15 rebounds, and then she hits 10 threes. Awesome.
And we're lining up now with Jill Ashkenazi. Jill Ashkenazi, of course, is with Country Insurance. Jill, what did you think of that contest?
That was fantastic. The last girl especially was amazing, but it was great to watch them all.
So how are things at Country Insurance and Financial Services? I know you're an agent out of Belleville, and they're all over the Midwest.
That's right, and we continue to grow, but it's been extremely busy, and we just have a wonderful growing book of clientele.
Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Go ahead with the announcer, please.
All right, now we're ready. Fourth place, Jacqueline Lucas of Macomb. Dana Schnetgoki of Carrollton. Katie Cooper of Plano. And your Class A champion from Hillsboro, Maria Kretner.
Well, is this a good omen, Maria?
Yeah, because every time I've moved on, we've moved on. So hopefully, we'll get something out of this.
How important was it to have all these people in orange up there screaming for you?
That made me more nervous, I think. I like shooting with nobody here more, I think.
Well, good luck tonight in the championship game, and you're coming back for the Queen of the Hill, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
And again, we want to thank you for joining us, and we want to thank Country Insurance and, of course, and all of the folks who help us with their great business. Let's go back to a break. You're watching basketball on the semifinal day on the IHSA Television Network. Basically